From the students of the Department of Meteorology and Atmospheric Science, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Good afternoon from the Penn State Campus Weather Service. I'm Hannah George. Happy Friday, everyone. Some beautiful clear skies over Beaver Stadium at the moment as we sit at a current temperature of about 57 degrees out there. A little bit on the cooler side for the state, kind of. We're seeing places, you zoom out here, you can see places like Bradford and Franklin are at 54, but we also have places like Philly and Harrisburg that are making their way into the 60s as we move into the afternoon hours of today. But we're kind of at that middle spot, maybe a little bit on the cooler side. Taking a look at the radar, I'm sure it's no surprise to you that there is really no precipitation going on out there. But as we zoom out, I want to take a look at this system here because you notice that blue, that means they are getting some snow, which I know snow sounds shocking to all of us here because we don't get much precipitation, let alone snow these days. But I did want to take a look at that because I know some people get excited to see snow as we head into November. It's finding that time of year where we kind of are more expecting it rather than being shocked by it. Focusing back on us on the opposite end of snow, we do have some fire weather warnings going on across Pennsylvania, including parts of State College, and this expands into places such as New Jersey, Connecticut, and Maryland as well. There have definitely been some wildfires happening on the East Coast. I know we're not as used to those, but there have been some more widespread ones happening on the East Coast. And you can see this drought tracker here. Here in State College, we are abnormally dry, but not as dry as places that are in New Jersey or even places like Washington County over here on the western side of Pennsylvania are abnormally dry. I mean, you guys know we have not been seeing a lot of rain or precipitation by any means, and this wind plays a factor in that as well, as why we have these fire weather warnings, is because when you have these intense gusts like this that are happening across the state, they're going to continue throughout today. We've been seeing them. I'm sure you felt them if you have been outside. Those gusts contribute to being able to spread that fire with those dry conditions as well. That is the unfortunately perfect storm for fire weather like this. You can see those gusts are going to clear out as we head into Saturday, and on top of that, Sunday will likely be seeing some rain. You can see here how that chance really shoots up, and we have this super dark green here on Sunday with that 90% chance of rain. So those gusts dying down and this rain happening, that is going to be beneficial, but that rain on Sunday is kind of going to be all the precipitation we see for likely the next week-ish or so, of course. I know at this point we kind of expect that to happen, and you see as that moves through on Sunday, that big system's going to kind of cover the state there for a moment, which I'm sure everyone, that will be a warm welcome from the people of Pennsylvania, that rain. I know we really need it. Taking a look at your 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, things are not going to cool down and be really what you expect here in November still. I think this map has looked quite about like this for quite a while now. It's definitely warmer. We are going to dip down in those 50s, which is more expected, but still, as you get into mid-November in State College in Pennsylvania, you do expect temperatures to be a little lower than 50s. I said 50s is probably considered warm for this time of year, so that's why we're still seeing that red on that map. And your 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook here, we are going to stay dry. Like I mentioned, a really good chance for some rain on Sunday and a tiny bit of some chance as we head into the next work week, but that is really going to be all for now. We're still not seeing a lot of precipitation like we typically do see here in Pennsylvania. Focusing back on today, we're going to be seeing a high of 64 degrees today, pretty sunny, and like I mentioned, pretty gusty out there. Those gusts are going to hit about 30 miles an hour. Tonight we'll be cooling down with that temperature of about 34 degrees, so definitely a cool night. And here is your whiteout forecast. We have the Penn State whiteout tomorrow against Washington. That kickoff is at 8 p.m. So it's definitely going to be a cooler game, but at least there's no precipitation chance, and it will be nice and sunny and clear. For your tailgates, you can see we'll be seeing a temperature of about 50 degrees for those tailgates, and that is about as warm as it'll get for us as far as the game goes, as kickoff will likely be about 43 degrees for us here, and by the fourth quarter, we'll be at 40, kind of slowly dipping down in those 30s tomorrow. So definitely bring a good jacket if you're heading to the game. It's a night game in November. Even though it's been a bit warmer, it's still going to be cold, guys. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast here, that high of 64, like I mentioned today, Saturday a high of 54. Sunday, we're going to be seeing a high of 55 with that chance for that rain later in the day, like I mentioned. Monday, 61, Tuesday, 56. We're going to be staying in those 50s there for a second, 53 on Wednesday, and 53 on Thursday, like I mentioned. A chance for some precipitation on Thursday as of right now, which once again, you see we kind of have dry, and just a little bit of rain happening. So that rain on Thursday would definitely be a welcome surprise here in Pennsylvania. That's all for me. Once again, I'm Hannah George for the Campus Weather Service. Have a great day.